Alright, you guys, it's time to work on the tail. So we're going to be using some jelly red and some jelly yellow, okay? And the jelly ones, of course, are going to look a lot better with the fire. Keep your sail configuration. We're going to start with the fire. And in order to be able to have this correct, we are going to start with the base of the fire from here. So it's going to start off with red, and we're going to move our way around to yellow towards the end, okay? Now, I got this from Courtney Nicole's fire and tutorial. So this is over a year old, so it may look familiar to you guys. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off with red ones, okay? And for the red one, basically we're just gonna go ahead and grab two reds. Make sure it's two reds, okay? All right. And then we're going to cap them and just put it off somewhere in one of the middle ones, okay? Alright, so that's where we're going to start off. From there, we're going to be using, I guess still doubles. Yes. So it's just going to be doubles, but they're not going to be capped anymore until the very end. And we're going to put one right there. And I'm going to put another one to go down. I'm going to grab another two. And this time I want to go ahead and just spread out over here, and I'm gonna grab a red and a yellow, and I'm going to spread this one out in this direction, okay? So you can do it as random as you want, or you can just go ahead and follow me. So I'm gonna continue with the red over here, and I'm gonna move out one more time. I'm gonna grab red and yellow. I'm gonna move diagonally right here. Okay. And I'm gonna grab another red, and I'm gonna move it right here. Okay. And then I'm gonna grab two yellows, and then I'm gonna put them up here. I'm gonna grab two more yellows, and I'm gonna put them diagonally right there. I'm gonna grab yellow and a red, put them right here. Another yellow and red, and put them up here. Okay. And I'm going to grab two yellows now, put them on the tip. And I'm going to grab another two yellows and put them on the tip. And now I need one yellow, okay, cap it. And I'm going to put it on the tip of that one. Another yellow, cap that one. And this will finalize that tip, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a cap bend right here 5 times. Because I want it really tight at that point. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue with the base part. Right here I need another red and yellow. I'm going to continue right here going up. This one. Right here I will need a red and yellow. This one will go here. Okay. And then from this one I'm just going to go ahead and cap a red one. And put it right there. I'm going to put a cap band on it already. Okay. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and grab another red and yellow, and I'm going to put it right here. So this one, I'm just going to go ahead and put another two yellows here. Actually, I'm going to put it right here and extend it to this side right there. Hold on. Okay, continuing on. I'm gonna do another extension right here of fire, and I'm gonna use both colors for this extension here. And this one I'm actually gonna go ahead and make an inner extension, and I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use two yellows. I'm gonna connect that part right there. Okay, and I'm gonna connect one over here, and this one's gonna be yellow, so cap this one. I'm gonna put another cap band. Actually, no, I'm gonna extend it one more time. It's gonna be a big fire. Okay, so now to finish it off, I'm gonna do another extension here, and another extension here. Okay, and then I need to cap this one. Okay. A little more yellow. I'm gonna put those two here, and then cap it. Okay. Yeah, and then this one needs to be capped too. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cap all the rest. Make sure you cap every single end. Last one. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and just do just some small connections inside, so that way it's not flying all around. I'm gonna connect this to here. I'm gonna grab both colors and I'm gonna connect these here. Actually, I think I'll just connect them here. And for this one, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do a capped one from here. Is that what I want? Yeah, let's just do it like that. And another one with these. Just cap that one. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is going to be very difficult because there's just a lot going on, but you can do it however you want. First, I'm going to do all the side ones. Okay? Just pick a side and work your way towards the middle. So this is obviously our middle right here. Okay? So you're not going to loom this until the very, very end. So let's go ahead and loom our way towards the inside. I'm going to start off with the first one right here and work my way to the middle. This is a cap band, so I'm not going to loom that one. This one I will loom because it's not a cap band, it's two bands. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do this one. Okay, this is the next one. This is double bands, so we're just going to go ahead and loom those two. Loom that here. Loom this one here. and then loom the last two in here. Okay. Alright, so remember this is a cap band that was not being loomed. This one got loomed, and it's fine if it's not getting everything caught, because it'll make your flame look a lot more even instead of uneven, instead of being symmetrical. Alright, so now we're going to do this one on this side. And I made this one a cap band, so I'm going to go under it. Okay. Now that one's done, I'm going to do this one up here. This is double bands. So I'm going to do this one instead, because I have to loom that one. I can't loom up without leaving that one there. So I'm going to loom the first two. And I'm going to loom these two. Okay, and now I can loom this one. Alright, so now they're all loomed. Okay, so now I'm going to do this one. Okay, and now I'm going to do this one. Okay, now all the sides have been loomed. Now we can finally do the middle. When we take it off, we're still going to be working with it. We're going to be checking out how it looks, because right now it's pretty flat. We need to make it look three-dimensional. And the way to be able to work around it is just by adding some add-ons. And I'll show you how to do that. Because the flames on Charizard have to be fat. Okay. Right here, I'm actually going to grab it with 2 orange bands for the tail. But I'm not going to slip knot them. I'm just going to go ahead and hold them with my hook. Alright. So if you want to hold it with your hook, or if you want to grab a holding hook instead. Where's my holding hook? I'll just hold it with this one. It's fine. And just take it out. There's a lot of tension on this one, so I'm just going to do the sides. Don't come off. Alright, so right now, like I said, it's pretty flat, see? So we need to make it three-dimensional. And the way to be able to do that is you want to stretch some parts out, so that way you can see clearly the shapes. Okay. We don't need this anymore. We're going to be doing the rest by hook. And here's how we're going to do it. So you're just going to go ahead and grab, I guess the best thing to do is, you can do some right here if you want to. Like I'm going to add on another one right here, so that way it just makes that base pop out right here. So I need to start off with my base. Obviously my base is always going to be red, so I'm going to be using 2 reds. And a red and yellow. And then a yellow one. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do a capped yellow. And then cap the end of it. 2, 4, 5, okay. And then go ahead and loom it up. And then loom the entire thing. and then when we take it off, I'm just gonna add it on. And then I guess the best thing you can do is grab the bottom ones, the bottom two. You're gonna flip those over, and now it's been capped. Take it out. Okay. And just take it off your hook. Since it's been capped, nothing's gonna happen. Okay. Just hold it on to the end. We're gonna go ahead and add it on. So just find a spot. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab 2 bands where you want to add them. I'm gonna grab these 2 and these 2. Okay. And I'm going to put it at the end of my hook, pull it through, and now put it around the entire thing. So that way you already have that connected on there, and it's gonna start making, if we keep adding on more, then it's just gonna start creating more and more 3D shapes. Okay. Alright, right here I created a few more, so what I'm gonna do is just again put the very bottom 2 and flip them over, so that way it just creates slip knots for them. You're not gonna need a lot because this is only gonna be just half of the ones that we're gonna be doing. The other half I'm gonna show you how to be able to do, and those look a little bit different than these. So let me just add these on first, and if they're really long, I'm gonna show you how to be able to put them on, so that way it doesn't look like you just have like these long limbs poking out. We're gonna do one right here first. I'm gonna take it out from here. I'm gonna grab a part. This time I'm just gonna choose the middle right here, and I'm just gonna grab these 4, grab my 2 bands, pull them through, and then I need to put this around the entire thing. Okay, so that way of course it just holds it, and so that way you don't have like this long finger. The best thing you can do is grab 2 bands that are just randomly around and put those around that, so that way it holds it. Since you're going to be adding a lot of stuff onto it, it's really not going to matter how it looks because it's just going to look like a bunch of fire all around, and that way of course you can be able to shape it however you want. Okay, so that's pretty much what you want. Let's go ahead and continue going with the rest of these. You can do them however you want, just keep adding randomly to different spots. I just want to go ahead and grab 2 bands, 2 bands. Then you can make them shorter if you want to. It's up to you. This one looks fine. Okay, so it's just gonna start adding on a little bit more 3-dimensionality into our flame. Okay, so the short ones are actually pretty cool because they're not gonna stick out like just these random things, like random fingers. This is another long one, so I'm gonna have to grab a part from over here and put it inside, so that way it just holds it. Okay. Alright, so our flame is nearly complete. It's coming up pretty well. This is another thing that I also like to do, is if you want to grab 2 bands and grow part of the flame, like if you're seeing parts where you kind of want to just grow it yourself, I'm going to grow it from here. I'm going to grab these 2, and I'm going to grab these 2, I guess, and I'm going to grab my 2 bands. I want to pull them through, and I'm just going to go ahead and grow a piece, a flame onto it. I'm going to grab another 2 red bands, grow them on. Okay, and since you have full control of this, you can actually attach it to something else on the next one. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a red and a yellow, and I'm going to add, actually here, let me put one side. I'm going to take out 2 of them so that way I can be able to put something right here in the middle, and by doing that I can grab something from here and put these back on. So now it's going to attach to something, and it's going to help it out a lot. Now reclaim it, and I'm going to grab 2 yellows, and I'm just going to end it after this one. Now that I have that, I'm happy with it. I'm going to go ahead and grab 1 yellow, and I'm just going to do a slip knot. And oops, I should have done a capped slip knot. That's what I wanted, but it's way too long. Cap this one. Don't fall off me. Here, hold on. I'm gonna have to redo that cap. Let's try it one more time. And then cap it. Alright. And then you have like these little frilly thingies coming out, and those give kind of like that char appeal to your fire. And if you want to add some to like maybe your tip, you can do that too. You can just go ahead and cap. I'm gonna go to the very top one. This is the very top middle one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add that onto it. And it kind of adds a little bit of length into there, and it also makes it more of a tip. So my fire looks good. I think I'm happy with my fire. Alright. Okay, so at this point, if you think you're done, or you want to continue, or just do something just completely different, and just go ahead and work on your fire until you get it to how you want it to look like. Alright, and that's pretty much how you're going to make your flame for your tail. Now we're going to go ahead and add this onto our tip. Alright, I'm going to continue on with the tail. You're going to need your loom in this configuration. I'm using 2 of the small pegs here and 2 of the small pegs here because this is going to give extra support, and we're going to need this much space for the tail. Alright, you're going to need your orange and your secondary color, either your neon orange or your mango or your yellow. Okay, well, I think most likely your yellow or neon orange if you want to do it right. So right now we have this. Once you're completely done with your flame, then you want to go ahead and first find the middle of this, and the middle is usually like the after 6 pegs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it'll be this one, okay? Because there's 6 pegs here as well. We're just gonna go ahead and put it on upside down, because we're going to keep working on the tail the same way that we did the neck, except there's going to be a lot of extensions. Now that we have those 2, we need to add another set onto it. I'm going to grab 2 orange again. Okay, and this time I'm going to use my other hook. So you're gonna have to go through, if you want to pull this to the side, because you need to go through all those bands again. So go through these, and once you're through them all, you're gonna grab orange again. There we go. And now I'm gonna put them at this diagonal. Okay. Alright. And we're just gonna start off with those 4 right now, okay? So this is what you're gonna do. I'm gonna make this part, the one towards me, mango, right? So I'm gonna put 1 mango, and the rest will be orange. I mean, not mango, this is neon orange, and these are regular orange. Or you can do it in yellow, okay? As long as it's a different yellow than this one, because this has to be jelly yellow in order for it to look like fire. And this is our second row. Since the X was our first row, this is our first row, these. Alright, this is our first row. So this is our second row. We're going to do our third row. Okay, so go ahead and put the same thing again. You're going to go ahead and put those right there. And once you have that done, you are going to flip over the very bottom ones, over all of them. Okay, you can go ahead and push down carefully, make sure that they stay in the same configuration. You don't want them to get crossed over. Alright, kind of like right here. I don't want them to get mixed up. Let's go ahead and put our third row. This is going to be where we start our configuration. Okay, so we're going to count this as number 1. Okay, so configuration number 1. So again, you're going to have to go under these 2, pull out the middle 2, and you're going to loop up only the bottom 2. Okay, so again right here, go and pull up the middle 2, pull out the middle 2, grab the bottom 2, and flip over. So you're going to do the, what's it called again? The invert flip. So do it for all 4 sides. There's number 1. Now we're going to do number 2. Okay, so again, go on, pull at the middle, pull over to the bottom. This is the same exact configuration we did for the neck, so hopefully you are familiar with doing this already. Okay, this is number 2. Number 3. Okay. So that was our third one, our third flip. So now we're going to go ahead and start our extension. And our first extension, okay, we are going to grab, basically the way we're going to extend is a little bit difficult because it's not quite as intriguing as the other ones. We're going to grab the first 2, the top 2, okay? These, since it's not like all the other times where like the growing stuff that we do, this pattern is completely different. I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. So we're going to grab only the top two, okay? Make sure that you keep everything correctly, and those top two we're just going to go ahead and pull out if you've been setting up your bands the same way that I've been doing it. So again, you're going to grab the top two, okay? And these are actually going to stay there, and we're going to grab a second hook because I've been setting this one first. And so these I actually want over here. Wait, hold on. No, sorry. I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. Sorry. We're only growing the back right now. Let's fix that so that way. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do that one more time. Let's go ahead and put our lighter color and then do our orange. Okay. Now, because right here we have the exact amount, but we don't have the exact amount on here, we're going to do still the inverse flip on these. But these, instead, because we don't have those, okay, and we don't want it to look all funky, we're gonna leave them like that. Okay, so we're not gonna do anything. We're gonna add another layer. All right, so this layer is gonna go right on top. So now it's correct. Okay, so do the same thing again. You're gonna flip over the bottom ones on all of them this time. It should be correct now. I need to make sure that these are staying in the right direction. Okay. So just keep doing that inverse flip, and once we get to this part, it's going to look a little funky, but that's totally fine. So again, make sure that everything stays correctly. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. No, hold on. This one's supposed to be on top. There you go. Actually, I think I've reflipped everything. Yeah, these are the bottom ones. Sorry. I need to make sure that this one is in the bottom. Okay. So this one's in the bottom right here. Okay, yeah, because they're in the bottom right here, so they have to stay there. Okay, I'm gonna push down so I can make room for my next ones. We're gonna do this one more time. No, sorry, we're gonna do this two more times because we need to get rid of that section in order to be able to do another grow. We're gonna do another increase after the next one of this one, because we need to get rid of this weirdness right here. So let's go ahead and do that. So Okay. Alright, so the weirdness is almost gone. This is where we need to do one more. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and do another increase. Okay, so far it's looking funky, but that's what we need. Okay, so with our increase, okay, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing again. We need to grab the ones from the front now, where our neon orange is at. I'm going to grab these. These are my top ones, and I'm just going to go ahead and put them here. Oop, I want to make sure that they are correct, so that way they don't fall. Okay. Yes. And the way I'm going to do it now is I'm actually going to go ahead and put these on this peg, okay? Because I want to put it correctly now. So transfer everything over. This one too, you're going to transfer everything over. Okay. And now on this one, we need to, I guess we're just going to transfer everything over again. I'm only going to put the first two, and then the top two I'm going to put back over here. Alright, you see what I did? So now we should have 8 pegs being used. I'm going to start again. I want to put my neon orange right there, and I'm going to put another neon orange here and another one here. Okay, and the rest will be regular orange. Okay, and do your the only one that we're gonna flip are the back ones. Okay, so as you can see, there's only 4 and 4, so we're only gonna flip the back ones. So go ahead and do those. There we go. Okay, now that the back ones are done, we're gonna go ahead and add on our third layer. Okay, so now we can go ahead and do everything else regularly. So you can do your inverse flip. You're gonna pull over the middle ones and flip over the bottom ones. Okay. Push down. So right here we have still that weirdness, so we're going to get rid of that. Again, your first three are the neon orange or yellow. See how it's getting rid of that weirdness now? Okay, and push down carefully so that way they don't cross over. Alright, so far, our tail's coming out well. We have our orange, we have our underside. Okay, alright, good. Okay, so another one. So now that we gotten rid of that weirdness, we're going to do two more with 8 pegs. So this is going to be one, and then we're going to do another one right after this, and then another extension. Okay, push down. This is going to be our last one before we do our next extension. Okay. Now we're going to do another extension, and it's going to be from the back, okay? So go ahead and grab the top two and extend them over here. You're going to grab the top two, extend them. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, let's just leave it like that. We're going to go ahead and do again 3 neon orange or yellow. And the ones we're only going to flip are these three. These three here and these three here. Because these got extended, so they don't have enough to be able to do that flip switch. The inverse switch. The inverse flip. Alright, now we're done. We're going to go ahead and add our third row again on everything. Okay, so now go ahead and do the inverse on all of them. Okay. All of them have been done. We're going to do one to get rid of the weirdness. Okay, so again, go ahead and flip over. All right. That's totally fine. I kind of messed up on that one, but it's okay. It'll fix up on this next one. We're going to do another one again to get rid of that weirdness. Oops. Okay. right. There's times when it's just gonna look weird, but I mean, there's not much that we can do. It's just, there's no way to be able to do like a really clean way to make a tail grow. Okay. Alright. Let's continue. This one's just gonna be regular. And then after that, we're gonna extend one more time. Or actually, do I want to? No. We're gonna keep this going for another 3 rounds. Because we're supposed to extend after this one, but we're gonna do 2 more after this one. And then we're gonna extend. Make sure I grab the correct ones. Okay. After this one's one more, remember? Okay, now last one, and then we're gonna extend again. order to do our extension, we're going to extend it from these, the ones that are with the double color. So we're going to extend these onto the next peg down here. All right. Okay. All right, good. So now we're going to go ahead and grab the top two. And those, extend them down here. And the top two up here. And extend those onto this peg. All right. Now go ahead and you're going to do 5 now in the neon orange or your yellow. Oops. Wrong ones. Middle ones. Okay. So these, you're not gonna do anything, or these, right? Okay, and then again, these you're gonna leave alone, okay? So now we need to do our next row. Remember on all of them. So do your light color first. Then do your door orange. All right. Okay. All right. Continue to try to get rid of the weirdness. Okay. Alright, now that the weirdness is gone, let's go ahead and continue with 3 more. I think it's 3 more, or 4 more. We'll see, hold on. That's right, so this is going to be 1, and then we have 3 more after this one, okay? So it's going to be 4. So 3 more after this one. And I'm counting flips, so. I realized I just flipped the wrong ones right here. I'm going to fix it again. There we go, now that's the correct ones. Okay. So after this one, 2 more. Okay. Now to this one more. Okay, all right. Trying to see how it's looking, and I think we're gonna skip doing the extension on this one. Just go directly for another section because my tail needs to be a little bit longer, and this size should be okay. So we're gonna do this instead of one last time. We're gonna do this another 5 times. Oh. Okay. So we're gonna keep going, like I said, 5 more times. So this would be 1 of 5. Because the other one was supposed to be our last one, but we're just going to go ahead and do another round. Alright, so now number 2 of 5. Okay, this is number 3 of 5. You can see they're starting to get longer, which is good. That's what we want. All right. Cool, 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 cool. All right, good. Okay, number... Oof. What did I say? Number 4? I think this is number 4. So the next one should be our last one. And then we extend. All right. Last one, and then after this we do our extension. This time for sure. Okay, so time for our extension. Our extension is going to be on the sides again. So because we extend, this is the middle, and we've extended 1, 2, 3 times already, we're going to extend it in the bottom. Whoops. This is our middle, so we've extended already 3 times up here, and we've only extended twice, so we're just going to go ahead and push these again down. Okay. Yeah, again, you want to be careful when you're doing these because you don't want your bands to fall off. Otherwise, your thing will be ruined. Alright. So be very, very careful when you do your extensions. Okay, so now for these are the ones that have double color. So those we're just going to extend, and we're only going to grab the top 2 and move them to the bottom. Grab the top 2 and move them to the bottom. Okay, so now we are going to do the neon orange on all of them. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do 7 neon orange in total. Alright, and the rest will be in orange. Remember, when you're doing your flip, you're only going to do the ones that have 6 bands. So the middle ones you're going to skip. These you're going to skip because they only have 4. So just go ahead and do everything around. And skip these 2 and just go straight to the next ones. Okay. Okay, and then just after this, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna try to do probably like a double, what did I say? Double series to make sure the tail is a little bit long. But we'll see how it's coming out after we do our first one. So these I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna go directly onto the next one. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, so we're all set. We're gonna go ahead and do our next row on top. Remember, these we just left over, so I'm just going to do them right on top. Just put this one over all the original ones, just like before, because we're gonna get rid of the weirdness right here. Okay. 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 Right. Again, because there's still some of that left over. We're almost done with the tail. It's pretty long already, but it's not large enough at the end where we want it to go. Oops. Okay, alright. Now the rest will be just regular. We're not getting rid of any more, so we're going to be doing this 3 more. Okay. Here. Remember to keep a close eye as you're flipping, because you want to make sure that they're staying in the correct order. I've seen a few that keep twisting on me, and I probably already did quite a few wrong flips. But that's okay, because the rest should be perfect. Alright, so 2 more times. Okay. One more. Okay. Okay. Charizard's getting there. Alright, we're gonna do another extension. And it's gonna be again from the middle, alright? From where the colored ones are. So we're gonna extend these to the next peg up here. Extend these to the pegs up here. Be careful when you're putting them on. Extend these. I know there's a lot of tension, so you want to be very, very careful. Extend these. And now you're going to grab the top two here. You're kind of looking a weird finishing. We're just going to go ahead and put them right here. And also the top two here. Put them on this one. Okay. Alright. Now go ahead and add your row. One, two, three, four. No. Let's leave that one. We're gonna do 3 of the light color, and then we're gonna do 4 of the darker color. Okay, so of the red. Sorry, of the orange. What am I saying? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. So 3, and then over on top of the fused ones, we're gonna put the orange ones. And go ahead and do just like we've done before. And just skip the middle ones, because they're only going to have 4 bands instead of 6 bands. Skip this one and skip this one. And skip this one, and skip this one because they only have 4. Keep going with 2. Okay. So now to cover the weirdness. So now you should be able to do all of them because they all have 6 bands. Okay. Another one to get rid of the weirdness. Whew, this Charizard will be the end of me. I'm so exhausted. Okay, now that we've gotten rid of the weirdness, we're going to do this 3 times. Okay. Mm. Whoop. Sorry, I accidentally put an orange one on this one. All right. Where are we? Okay, I think I said 2 more. Yeah, so yeah, the previous one was 3, so this would be 2. So there's 2 left. Okay, 1 more. And I want to believe this will be our last one. And then we're just going to do our final clothing part for this, and I'll show you how to be able to do that. So that way it's going to be easier for us to attach it to the body. Oop, so I lost the bend. Oh, there it is. Alright. Once you're done with all these, in order to be able to transition it from here to the body, we need to, I don't want it to be like this because it's going to be a little bit harder to start putting them on. So we're just going to go ahead and do double bands now. So grab double bands and put them on top of all your border. Make sure you still stay within the same color sequence. Okay, so now that you have double borders on there, you're going to flip all the bottom ones. So you're going to flip the bottom 4 over the top 4, okay? And do it for everything. Now that you've flipped everything, alright, it's going to be so much easier. We're going to go ahead and use C-clips. And the reason we're adding C-clips and not slip knots is because if you add a slip knot, it's going to fall apart because it's not going to be able to hold onto it. What you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and grab your clip and try to add them on. Okay, like so. If it becomes a little bit hard for you, just go ahead and use your hook, pull in a little, and then put your C-clip through there. There we go. Alright, so you want to make sure that they are on good. Alright. And make sure that they're all 4 bands are on there. The C-clips are going to help so that way it doesn't fall apart on you, because they're not going to go through the holes as easily. But if you, of course, like start to pull really tight around once you take it out of the loom, then they could possibly go through the hole. Because right now they're just being held secure by these bands right here. That's where we can put slip knots. Otherwise it'll just slide through and then your whole thing will start to de-ravel on you. Once you're done with this side, go ahead and do the other side, okay? So just like that. Once you have clips on both sides, okay? Now you can go ahead and take out the whole thing, okay? Make sure that you have clips on both of your sides, right? And you want to carefully take them out, right? You don't want to put too much stress, and make sure you keep an eye out for your clip. Make sure it doesn't come off. I mean, it shouldn't, but just keep an eye on it anyway. So just go slowly, keep an eye on them, so that way they don't start to go through. Okay, pull it from under carefully, or you can pull it through. Actually, yes, just pull it through here. All right. Flatten it out and stretch the body part. This is our tail. All right. And just stretch it so that way it takes into a better shape. We're probably gonna stuff it. All right, cool. So just make sure that these are sticking outwards. No, there's a lot of bands right there, but that's totally fine because everything is all tight woven out here. With time, they're gonna get better. Okay, cool. So now it looks a lot better. Alright, awesome. There's our Charizard tail. And let's continue with the body.